welcome along to Mangy-Cours. You've joined us just in time as everybody's starting to grid up. We're here with the Broadcasting Lounge and SuperCars NZ for some V8 racing around this classic French track. I'm Shane and I'm joined in the Broadcasting Lounge with Wayne. How's it going, mate?
Yeah, good. Looking forward to this one. Wow, what do we got? 31 cars on track. Love this, love this, love these V8s, love the atmosphere. It's mean.
Yeah, should be really cool. So just as they're gridding up, here's all our info for the race tonight. Mangy-Cours, Circuit de Nevers Mangy-Cours in France. 4.4 kilometre track. Track temperature's at 29, so starting to get pretty warm. Air temperature at 23 and clear skies, so I think that track's just going to keep heating up for them, so that'll make things challenging
Copy that, Sean.
as the race goes on, and they've got to make tyres work as well, so that'll be really interesting.
Yeah, certainly looking forward to it. There's the Winfield car up the front there, Shane Van Gisbergen. Yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah, and this guy joining us tonight as well, just tucked in behind Shane there, Richie Stanaway, so a couple of real-life V8 racers joining us for some racing tonight. Darren Lobbs just jumped in on the left-hand side of the front row there, so he's going to line up alongside Shane Van Gisbergen. Just waiting
Yep,
for a few
MRP.
others.
Yeah, wow, look at them all lined up on the grid there. Serious amount of power.
Yeah,
Ready
for
to deal
sure.
to this French track.
And we're still using the Gen 2 cars here on iRacing, so we can have a standing start without worrying about these cars catching fire, so that's a good peace of mind right there.
Yeah, totally. Oh, awesome. All right, revs up, revs up. Green light. Bang. Into it.
Yeah, they're away, and Shane's got away well. He's got a lead down to turn one down, not just in behind. So if they'll make their way through turn one cleanly, looks pretty good so far. Turn two,
Yeah, awesome effort.
And everybody keeping it nice and clean up the front. Shane Van Gisbergen really skipped away for a 3/10 lead, but Darren just closing in under the draft there. Richie Stanaway not far behind, and Taylor Mitchell sitting in behind him, and a big tight pack in behind.
Yeah, most certainly. Wow, this certainly race first lap, always a bit of a nightmare. The adrenaline's pumping and the nerves are cranking, and yeah, you want to go hard to get those spots, but you also don't want to be that guy either. So yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah, that's right, a massive credit to everybody, because it looks like 25 cars took the start, and so far all of them have got around this first half of lap nice and clean, and they're starting to sit down to single file down the back here. So looking pretty clean so far. Looked like Richie Stanaway got pretty close to the back of Darren Lobb just as we picked him up there, and a little bit of a gap starting to form. Bruce Tannock on the back of the top five at the moment, and a fair bit of a gap back to Connor Nixon in sixth, which is quite surprising to see him back here. He's been near the front of the field so far this season and was fighting for victory in the previous season as Connor's teammate Ben Faulkner dives to the pits already.
The pits, wow, yeah.
Aggressive strategy, super early pit stop. We'll keep an eye on that, see how that pans out. Meanwhile, Shane Van Gisbergen out front sits nearly 7/10 of a second lead. Darren Lobb just sitting in behind, biding his time.
Yeah, that's the one. Let's have a good look. Quite a few entering the pits here. Victory Belmont. Ben Miles has been through the pits. Oh, couple of...
Oh, what have we got? We've got some data on Jason Cossey having a crash.
Yeah, a couple of Aussie cars getting tangled up there.
So what's going on here? Oh yeah, the two Skeleton Sim Sports cars, and Jason just getting involved in the aftermath of that.
Yeah, well, teammate versus teammate. One got away, one didn't.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Alright, back to live, is it?
Sure is, back to live. Shane Van Gisbergen still just 7/10 over Darren Love, so Darren Love's staying with him, able to hold on. We do know that Shane's very competent at holding on to his tyres, so he might just be managing that at the moment, managing the gap and looking after the tyres.
Yeah, it's certainly tricky, yeah. Lock it up too much in these cars and tyre drags off pretty quick, so yeah. Certainly beasts, yeah. No traction control, no ABS, no nothing. She's just raw power down to the ground.
Yes, I've jumped on James Anderson here because he looked like he was in a tight battle with Willie McLean, but Willie's just dived to the pits as I clicked on James there. Craig Mason has just put a pass on Scott Pickering. I'll see if I can grab that for you because it looks like we just missed that pass. The names changed around on the timer screen just as I was clicking on them. Oh, it's still going on. That was probably the bad time to click on it, but too late now. Oh, round the outside as well. And he's made it work and got the inside for turn 2. That's a really good pass from Craig. And we'll just run it on because we did see a little bit of a continuation of that down to the next corner possibly.
Yeah, Scott Pickering's certainly a veteran here at SuperCars NZ and certainly muscled the V8s around many a track with us. So yeah, huge part of SuperCars NZ, SPR, ex-sim racer and sometimes sim racer depending on how's life's going at that particular time. So yeah.
That's right, and that was really well done by Scott. After Craig put the pass on him, he was able to tuck into the slipstream and got the move done into the hairpin at the next corner, but it looks like Craig has managed to get past him now and he's slipped behind Wade Michael as well, so dropping a little bit, but we know Scott likes to keep it clean and capitalise on other people's mistakes to pick up the spots, so I'm sure he's going to be up there at the end.
Yeah, him and Young not too far behind him either, which is he's certainly been a part of SuperCars since we first started as well, so yeah, this is cool race, big names, love it. Richie Stanaway in the pits,
yeah,
Scott Pickering in the pit, yeah, James Anderson in the pits, Wade Michael in the pits, so short heat races here tonight, so it'll be interesting to see how this pans out.
Yeah, so you can see there we've got 11 laps up tonight, so if Doug's watching, we can get the laps on and I'll show you how to do that when you're back from holiday, Matt.
Awesome.
And I can even get rid of that time for you because we don't need that. So lap 4 out of 11, so nice short heat race as you say, and Richie Stanaway's come to the pits early. I think, yeah, he's the first in the queue that stopped, but he's dealing with a bit of traffic here, so he might lose a little bit of that new tyre effect, and the guys that he's racing might just be able to jump away a little bit if he can't clear this traffic pretty quickly. Oh, as he makes a nice aggressive move down the inside there.
Yeah, Richard Stanaway making moves at SuperCars NZ. Just looking at our gaps and finding the battles.
Yeah, so what do we got? It's starting to spread out a little bit as Richie just puts a move on Craig Mason. Bouncing it over the curb.
Roger Forbert and Ben Faulkner neck and neck there. Passion Sim Racing if you want to go. Trading positions earlier on.
Now, when did Roger join Passion Sim Racing? That's new, isn't it?
Yeah.
The Aussie invasion here as Roger dives to the pits.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the second time that's happened, Shane. You've jumped on a car. Alright, so must be in there for a short shot of gas. Flog it back out there and see what's going on.
Yeah, they do have to take 4 tyres, so he's come in and fulfilled that requirement. He probably would have chucked a little bit of gas in as he's doing that, as you say.
Where's old mate Sean McNamara? Is he racing in this one tonight? Or?
No, he's race control.
Oh, is he? There you go.
I'm not going to click on his name because it might come up with a certain analogy about certain commentators if I do.
Oh, funny. Alright, Shane Van Gisbergen's best lap. 138.51. Darren
Yes.
Lobb in the 138s as well. Taylor Mitchell 139 flat. So yeah, Bruce Tannock 139.52.
Yeah, Shane's certainly put the hammer down, hasn't he? He's stretched that gap out over Darren to nearly 5 seconds now, so he's absolutely going for it now. Looking to use up those tyres. I wonder if we maybe don't expect to see him in the pits very shortly, or maybe he's just observed Richie coming in, noticed that, thinking I need to make a gap now to make sure I clear him when I make my pit stop.
Yeah, that's the one. That's Stenny makes sense, Shane. What else have we got down there? Connor Nixon and Ben.
Yes,
Teammates battling it out there.
yeah, Vermilion Esports fighting it out between them, Colin Nixon and Ben Faulkner.
Yes.
They both pitted fairly early in the race. I haven't got the data on exactly when they did pit at the moment, although I might be able to bring that up.
Certainly watching Ben's tyres drifting out a little bit harder than his teammates there. So
Yeah, and if you look at that on the timing tower there, Ben pitted lap 1, Connor lap 4, so Connor's got 3 laps fresher tyres than him, so
yeah, that'll explain it. Yeah, I could see that. Just the rear end picking out a bit more. Yeah, certainly loose cars, eh? If you ever want to have a bit of fun, jump in one of these things.
Oh, and Ben's gone wide and Connor's got up the inside.
Yeah, there we go. Job done. Down the graph, always lurking in the background there, eh? Ready to pounce.
Yeah, he's never far away. Number 1 on the car, Summer Series champion.
Yeah, well done, Dion. Yep, certainly wicked driver and certainly consistent, and another big name that's been with us since the start, Dion DeGraaf. Yeah.
Yeah, and consistency was key for Dion last season. He wasn't able to make all the races, but we were generous with the drop rounds last season, knowing that there would be a lot of people that wouldn't be able to make some of the races. And the races that Dion turned up to, he was always up there. When Connor, who he was fighting with most of the season, came out after the drop rounds in second place, he couldn't quite work out until they went back and looked at the results and realised that every time Dion did show up, he was right near the front, and that's what it was all about to get him that championship.
Yeah, that's one. And if you look back about 2 years on our Facebook page, you'll see that Dion started. He was flatting in Dunedin, and there was no room in the flat, so he had his sim hooked up to his bedside table, his bedside cabinet.
That's still insanely fast, right?
Yeah, we had a show us your sim, and yeah, he sent that through, and that was him. Yeah, owns his own house now, aluminium joiner in Dunedin. So yeah, good.
Yeah, and certainly got very good gear now. He's come a long way from that very basic setup, so good to see. And good to see him doing very well with that gear, but also having been able to do very well with the lower end gear as our top 2 come into the pits. So Shane Van Gisbergen, race leader, pulling into his box right now, going up on the jacks. Darren Lobb comes into his boxes behind.
Wow, neck and neck right here. That was like neck and neck as they come in, so
yeah,
it'll be interesting to keep an eye on. Oh, Shane out of touch earlier. I'm guessing he's I know we had a bit of a lead, but
where does Richie Stanaway slot in with them? It looks like they've been able to put a little bit of a gap on him. Oh, he's going to come out just behind Darren Lobb.
Yeah, so close. So yeah, this is going to be an interesting sprint to the finish right now.
Yes, I think.
What have we got? 3 laps.
Yeah, it'll be 3 after this one. So come down to it now. I think Richie might have hoped to gain a little bit more on the fresher rubber than that, but just had to deal with a little bit of traffic when he did come out of the pits, so I think that's probably cost him a little bit. And coming out behind Darren, where Darren's now got significantly fresher rubber than Richie does, I think we'll probably see Darren able to at least hold on here, maybe even put a bit more of a gap on Richie.
Yeah, just be drivability now.
That's right.
Whether Darren can hold his position and yeah.
Taylor Mitchell within a second of Bruce Taddock. This could be a very good battle. Taylor very quick. Bruce certainly races very hard. Is always very well talked about in SuperCars NZ, and yeah,
He's certainly not too far off the leaders, so when you look at those gaps, there's not much in it.
no, there's not much at all. They're only 5 seconds back from Shaman and Gisbergen, so that's, you know, being able to be within that distance of one of the legends of V8 racing, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, definitely certainly very cool. Cars are sounding good too. Awesome.
Yes, I was wondering if we might see Taylor starting to put a bit of pressure on Bruce, but it looks like that gap's pretty stable at the moment. Maybe even Bruce is able to eke it out a little bit. We've got Dion de Graaf putting a bit of pressure on Ben Faulkner here, just 4/10 of a second between those guys, and Luke Dilworth hanging around in the background if these guys come together.
Yeah, old McNamara and race control will be pretty bored this time round, I'm sure. Still one more heat race after this, is that right, Shane?
Yeah, that's correct, and yeah, Sean hasn't had a lot to do. He'll be sitting up there, sipping a beer, sipping a Waikato. Don't know if you can call that beer, but sipping a Waikato. And yeah, sitting next to Nick Mitchell, and they'll be just twiddling their thumbs, I think.
Yeah, very cool. Alright, gonna wind up.
Yeah, coming down to the last couple of laps now. Dion not able to put too much pressure on Ben in front of him at the moment, but probably just biding his time through this section. This isn't really the part of the track where you can put a pass on. Best opportunity is certainly down into the hairpin if you can get the run off the sweeper, but he might just about have a think down here if he can get close enough. He might be a little bit too far back as Shaman Gisbergen just beat his fastest lap of the race. And Sean might have... Oh, as Dion goes deep! And he's cost himself that gap. He's now got Luke Dilworth all over the back of him. We might have something to go back and look at, but we'll just stay with this for now because this might turn into something.
Yeah, wow. You want to jump in car on Luke? Have a quick look.
Yeah, that's actually a really good idea. We haven't been on board with anybody so far, so let's... Oh, that looks... Sorry about that view. Let's see if we can find something a little bit better.
Oh, that was awesome.
should have sorted out my cameras before the race.
Oh no, you're right, man. No dramas.
Let's go on the nose. There we go.
Oh yeah, there we go. This is my favourite. Everybody hated it.
Oh, and Dion's gone deep
Luke
again.
taking it.
And
yeah, Luke's taking it.
Side by side, I think.
Oh,
let's jump.
Muscle.
Oh, wow. They're pushing each other down to the chicane. There's a bit of contact. Dion's trying to hold on there. Wow, that was awesome. That was just good, hard racing.
Yeah, full rubbings racing. That was awesome. For real. Mean.
So I'm not sure if it was Aaron Goodrick that put something in before, but we have some data on him crashing. So let's jump to that, and I have to press play on that.
Yeah, I did see that pop up. Aaron Goodrick.
Oh, he's just dropped it by himself, unfortunately. So that wasn't the race control call we heard. So I might not have any data on that call.
Alright, back to live. Race control, got something to say. Gives a holler man, jump in the lounge. Alright, better jump on the leader. Alright, where are we? Final lap?
Yeah, we got the white flag up.
How did you do that?
I wish I could tell you, Wayne. If I could tell you, I would.
It's been 3 years, Shane, and we've never seen a white flag.
We will.
Yeah, I think it's harder with the time races for the GT3s, eh? As Shaman Gisbergen just blinking a little bit there. Oh, blinking a lot.
A whole lap 10?
Hopefully his connection can stay steady enough to get him across the line at the end of the riot.
I think corner 5.
We are still away from the line, but it looks like most of the results are pretty settled at the moment.
Yeah, it doesn't look like what Ryan Cotterill having a battle down there, but don't flick back. We're nearly over, so.
Yeah, Corey
Oh yeah,
Crossing's
there we
pretty
go.
good. Oh,
Oh yeah.
I think Ryan's going to be able to just hold on. Probably the last of the passing opportunities. So let's jump back to Shane as he's coming in towards the final section of the track now. And bringing it down. Nobody around him. Runs a bit wide, but that's alright. Bouncing over the curbs.
And just 5 seconds back that he had, so he'll be
yeah,
stoked with that. And as he idles across the finish line, no, stops.
he's already crossed the line. The line's actually way
Oh,
back
okay,
right
there
where
we
you come out of the.
Okay, with
yeah,
car
yeah,
one of those ones,
carry
Wayne.
on racing. Brilliant driving by all.
So Darren
yeah,
Lobb
yeah.
finished second, Richie Stanaway third, Bruce Tennant coming home in fourth. Connor Nixon, Taylor Mitchell fifth, Connor Nixon sixth. So they'll try and get some cameras back. There we go. Ben Faulkner finishing seventh, Luke Dilworth eighth, down to Grafton ninth. James Anderson rounds out the top 10.
Yeah, well done. Well done. Very cool, tight racing there. Awesome little track. And yeah, looking forward to the second race, Shane.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see how the second race goes.
So is it a bit? How many laps in the second? Is that
Oh, well, it's probably easier for you to access that data than it is for me, Wayne, without me bringing up my all my information on the screen.
Yeah, no worries. All good. So they've got a 6-minute warm up now, and then another. Where are we? 11? No. Yeah, I'll figure it out. Leave it with me. I'll get back to you soon.
Caller standby.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, massive thanks to Allports Gaming coming in again this season for us to, yeah, support us, and yeah, we've giving away some boots and some gloves this season. We're contributing a bit, and yeah, get some gear out to the races, and
Yeah,
yeah,
so
looking forward to it. Yeah.
Sparco Gaming by, if I can grab the right thing here. That's not it. Either is that.
Yeah, no, very cool, and yeah,
Oh
Sparco
no,
Gaming.
I can't grab Allports because that's on the SDK
Yeah,
underlay. But yeah,
yeah, that's
Sparco
one.
Gaming by Allports. So check out
Yeah, very
Allports,
cool.
get their Sparco gear, and they are giving away some Sparco gear if you are a member of SuperCars NZ, and importantly as well, you do have to be following their Instagram account, I believe.
Hmm. Yeah, that's the one. All the cool kids move forward from Facebook, so yeah, it's just unfortunately me stuck down there. Still bloody, yeah,
You,
championing Facebook.
you're not alone,
Yeah,
Wayne. I don't really do Instagram. I think I've got an account that I never use. Um,
yeah, I'm pretty much the same. Yeah, yep. But hey, if there's any young geeky fellas out there that want to come and support Supercars NZ and become one of our marketing guys and help us share this stuff around the world, well, that'd be pretty cool. So, always keen for help to create and make things better than what they are. So,
yeah, that's
yeah,
right. And try to get that audience is what it's all about. To get it out there and get people joining, get the racing up, and yeah.
yeah, for sure. Very cool, very cool. Yeah, what else have we got going on, Shane? Any big enduros coming up soon?
Couple of things down the track. We should talk about these guys. Weekly sponsor, SDI.
Oh, that's right. There we go. Wow. Yeah, Steve Darren.
Yeah,
Steve Darren Interiors in Auckland. Big company, do some awesome stuff. Dedicated company owner with amazing crew that I would imagine would be 100% dedicated to him because he's a good bugger. And yeah, if you need a shop fit out or anything in the Auckland area, he's certainly right there doing a big job at the moment. But book in now and pencil your time in with him. Yeah, shop fit outs. Yeah, into it. Steve Down Interiors. mainly commercial, but certainly takes his hand to anything anything that's interesting. So yeah, all good.
Yeah, that's right. If you've got a project for him, reach out, and if he's interested, I'm sure he'll do it. Couple of comments coming through on the YouTube stream. Scotty NZ said evening all, and Richie is a Ford. Yes, he is driving a Ford tonight. So cheers,
Because
Scotty,
why
for
not,
joining
eh?
us. I'm not sure whether that's. I doubt it's Scott Pickering because we've seen him on track. I doubt it's. Oh, it could be Scott McKenzie. I'm not sure if he's been on the track. Anyway, cheers, Scotty. And some guy, Doug Bickley, says, "Hey guys, hey Doug."
Oh, that guy. Don't know who that guy. That guy.
Cheers for
I thought we.
cheers.
I thought we banned that guy.
Cheers for
Thought we.
tuning in over your breakfast in the UK there, Doug, and hope you're enjoying it. I hope we're living up to your expectations.
I thought we got rid of him and sent him to England, but
Oh, we can never get
can,
rid of him. We can never
can you
get rid
just
of
can you
that
just block him? Oh, good, oh, good. What have we got? Another 2 minutes of talking jargon and a bit of BS, and then we'll be back into live racing at SuperCars NZ.
Yeah, so let's just... Here's the track map. Actually, we might be able to... No, it can't do that. I was going to try and bring up some results from the previous race, but that's disappeared as soon as we've ticked into the warm-up.
Oh,
Hoping
there's
that
some
does that.
guys caning around there. You could jump on them and see what's happening.
Oh, yeah,
Heard a
that's not
few
bad idea.
burnouts earlier on. Yeah.
Scott Pickering going around. Ben Miles has actually put a time on
Have
the
you
board.
seen Scott Pickering's little photo there?
Oh, I didn't see that actually.
Yeah.
What's that referring to, Wayne?
I can't quite read it. It's a bit blurry here. It looks like the Colonel, but yeah, it's just a different coloured chicken of what I'm used to.
Yeah,
No dramas.
very interesting looking chicken there, isn't it?
That's one. Yeah. Hey, massive thanks to our admin team as well. You know, you guys need congratulating. It's certainly very cool. Sean McNamara, Nick Bakey, Shane White.
Who?
Yeah, that guy, Dougie Bickley. Yeah. All the background guys, Steve Darren running the is it the TCRs? Did I get that right?
Yeah,
Or
that's
they
right.
TRCs or
TCRs, CRCs.
one of the three. Yeah. I've been a bit out of the loop lately, just got a lot on, but it's certainly cool to jump in the lounge tonight with you, Shane, and watch these V8s.
Yeah, well, certainly paid work comes first, I guess, eventually. So we do this.
Yeah, very cool.
Do this for the love, but you have got to put food on the table, so obviously good that you're busy and plenty of work going on, and
Yep.
yeah,
Make hay while the sun shines in the building industry, apparently. So
that's right.
definitely digging in and doing that right now. So what have we got? Some cars coming on track. Can see them.
Yes,
Yeah.
coming right up now. Shane Van Gisbergen lining up on pole again.
Bruce Tannock always gets a good start, eh?
Yeah, he does. He's absolutely got it nailed down how to get these beasts off the line.
Yeah, you should just focus on him and see what he does. See how he compares to these other three guys ahead of him, because they are. I mean, Darren Lobb's been sim racing for years, knows his stuff, you know, and the other two obviously know how to get a V8 down. So, yeah, it's been an interesting little watch.
Yeah, I'd be interested to know with Shane Van Gisbergen whether he does a proper clutch start like he does in the real car, or if he uses the auto clutch and does the old hold the brake and floor it.
Yeah, right, let's listen for revs up. Revs up. Lights dropping. Green. Oh, Darren Lobb just a touch quicker than Bruce Tannock. Wow, you can see that in that launch.
Yeah, Darren's been able to get up the inside of Shane Van Gisbergen, but just having to back out of it there. Bit of side by side between Bruce and... Oh, and Bruce gets hit by a Vermilion car, goes around in front of the pack. Oh, he needs to hold his brakes there.
Just
That's
another
messy.
3
That's
wide.
messy.
Wow,
Are we going to see
okay.
it? We might see an MRX safety car here.
Yeah, I'd say on the first lap we'll see what happens, but yeah, it was certainly intense.
Safety car?
We
Certainly
do have a safety
lot
car.
of red. Yeah, I've
Or at
certainly
least look
have
at
a
turn 1 for it. or
lot
turn
of
2.
red pop up on my screen. Nick Mitchell missed the jumps to the pits, so
Copy.
let's see what happens here.
Yeah, no movement yet. I heard the safety car called, but it might have been someone asking for a safety car, I think. So I might have jumped the gun a little bit
Okay.
on that.
Alright, back into it.
Yeah, so
Yes.
still working hard.
Still got a bit of order there, nothing too major.
Darren Lobbs backed out of it, dropped back to 4th place. He was going quite slowly. Doesn't look to have any damage. I wonder if he just picked up a
Drive through
slowdown
Kennedy,
somewhere.
car 28 for
Yeah,
avoidable
I'd say
contact.
so.
Drive
And
through
Dion de
Kennedy.
Graaf. Jumping in, trying to take advantage of that.
And Richie Stanaway has gone to the front ahead of Shane Van Gisbergen. Taylor Mitchell just in behind.
Yeah, Taylor Mitchell doing very well here at SuperCars NZ.
Yeah, pretty impressive for a young bloke. Always been super quick as everywhere I've raced around him and everywhere I've seen him race, he's always been near the front, and no different here, up racing with a couple of V8 legends as he has a bit of a slide off turn 2 there.
Ben Faulkner up in the mix too with Dion de Graaf. So yeah, this is a cool pack up the front. Always need to keep an eye on those gaps and the data and just see what battles are going on down there.
Yeah, and Ben went a little bit wide, and James Anderson's been able to get alongside. James is going to have the inside down here. Can Ben hold on? He cuts the corner a little bit. I'd say he's going to have a slowdown for that, so he's probably going to have to go up the pace, but he might be a little bit cheeky, and yeah, I think he's trying to bleed the slowdown off on the racing line, which isn't really how you're supposed to do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'll frustrate James a little bit, but he's certainly still all over the back of him, looking for a way past. Has half a look down the inside. He's got Connor Nixon all over the back of him as well.
Sorry, mate.
Yeah. So teammates tangled around James Anderson and
Rest control.
we got Tony Lynch and amongst you as well. Oh, sorry.
As Ben dives to the pits, Luke Dilworth pretty fast up. Jason Crossy. Crossy on the back of Luke Dilworth,
Yeah,
and Willie
confirm we'll look
McLean
into it.
just there as well. Willie was in the second split in our final season for last year, and between him and one of the other drivers whose name escapes me for now, those two dominated the series, and once we went back to 2 splits this season, they were both put up into the top split for obvious reasons, I think.
Yeah, well, here we are. This is Rubbing Racing's real close. Love it. SuperCars NZ. It's always awesome. James Anderson leading this little battle pack in his ITM, what is it, a Holden? Oh, there we go, ITM Holden. Yeah.
Yes, they were bouncing over the curbs through there, and James went a bit wide, cops a tap from Connor.
Yeah, 4 V8 SuperCars breathing down his neck. Let's see if he's got the balls to keep these guys off him. See if he can hold position. Bit of a Simblacks on the back of the wing there.
Yes, so James running with Simblacks, but running ITM on the hood as a bit of a homage to his old man's racing days, I believe.
Yep.
As Jason Cossey and Willie McClune dive to the pits, getting out of that battle, so getting out of traffic and using clear air.
Right, what else we got going on before we jump up the front? It's looking pretty clean up there at the moment.
Yeah, Heath Parlett not too far behind Tony Lynch, but probably a bit far off to be able to go for a pass in there. Tony,
Aaron Goodrick, Roger Forbett, Tony Lynch, yeah, down there, yeah.
yeah, so a little bit of a train, but looks like probably just spaced out enough that they're just doing their own thing at the moment. But any one of these guys makes a mistake, as I'm seeing Scott Pickering all over the back of Heath Parlett, but missing the hood off that Mustang. As Connor's been involved in an incident. That was him rejoining that I just saw in the corner of the screen and coming back on here. I can see data coming on track.
Oh, and just
Nixon
above
went
that,
off
Ben
track.
Faulkner crashed as well.
Yeah, it could be something to do with this. He's in behind James Anderson there. Oh!
Big hit
Yeah.
Race control lap 4, turn 2.
on the grass.
Well, Connor's calling that in, but to me that looks like he's kind of done it to himself a little bit.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Craig Mason crashed. There you go. Jump on that one.
And
Craig
It's not
Mason.
a GD. It's not a GD3, Craig.
Yes, we have it once I take all the
Oh,
thank you.
big drift into the gravel. Oh, and he almost
Trying to
held
get
it
it
and then he
back.
just gassed it up again.
Car 64 for
Yeah,
avoidable
and the
contact
OKMS
at the
entry.
headland, 10
Oh, and he
seconds.
goes back to
Jesus,
pits. He's had enough.
Grabbed the toe. Yep. See ya. Yeah, loves his GD3s, Craig. Not
Yeah,
so
sure
much the
does.
V8s.
Loves,
So
loves his
Heath Parlett-
TCRs by the look of it as well. He's going very strong on the TCRs at the moment.
So Tony Lynch, Roger Forbett, and Heath Parlett. Good battle down there.
Yeah, and Aaron Goodrick just on the front of that as well. As he just about getting into the back of Roger there. That
Yeah,
was
so the
close.
front wheels. Yeah, wow.
Just had to get that extra little bit of brake pressure, locked up the fronts, just managed to keep it from hitting the rear. Aaron Goddard throwing it over the curbs there. He's got Tony Lynch just behind him and Rogers looking to get involved. Heath Parlett not far behind. Scott Pickering closing in on this battle as well, and then Wade Michael.
Yeah, but Scott
just behind him.
Pickering's got the stage 1 lightning kit, isn't he? So he's cheating. No bonnet. There you go. Automatic 50 kgs lighter. Yeah.
Yeah, we won't talk about the extra drag that probably adds to the car.
No. We can just hassle Scott for.
That's right.
It's fun.
Sounds
It's
good.
fun. Yeah. All good. Oh, what about our gains? We're gonna probably not worth grabbing gains. Only 6 laps in, but
Oh, we can have a look at it. What have we got?
Richie
Yeah.
up 2. Yeah, well done, Richie. Aaron Goodrick up 14 spots.
Yeah, 15
Wow,
now.
15
Someone comes to the
15
pits.
now. Yeah.
So that'll
Alright.
probably even out a little bit towards the end of the race when everybody takes their pit stops, but that's gains at the moment.
Yeah, Roger Forbett, Scott Pickering. Yeah,
Yeah, some big movers and groovers there.
that's the one. That's the one. So yeah, I suppose we'd be to give Richie a bit of time, had we? You know, being like leading and shit.
Yeah, what is he? 1.5 seconds clear of Darren Love. That's just closed
Yeah,
in
yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah, and I don't know what Shane's up to. Obviously had a bit of an incident.
Yeah, he's
Also got the stage 1 lightning kit.
Yeah.
Purchased from the Need for Speed garage.
USO Motorsports.
Oh,
Is
there
that
you
because
go.
he's an unidentified speedy object?
Yeah. Don't know. Yeah. True alien, so maybe he's dedicating, maybe he's actually coming clean and that he is actual alien and
So
yeah.
the game vacuum has just given us a bit of a shout out to Ben Miles. So here's Ben sitting in 11th spot at the moment in the Vermilion Esports Commodore there.
Oh, very cool. Awesome. Thrash that thing around here. Make the French bloody bow down to us, eh? Supercars NZ. Big crowd tonight, Shane.
Yeah, obviously
crowd.
the French love us here at Supercars and they've come out in their numbers to support us, so that's good to see.
Saw a bit of partying going on, a little area there, bit of a DJ and some live music in the background, so yeah. Party's on, Supercars NZ. And lucky for us in the broadcasting lounge, we get to bloody show it off.
That's right. Scott Pickering's just taken his pit stop. He's going to come out in front of Connor Nixon by the look of it. So Connor getting involved in that incident and having to take a pit stop for some repairs as well. So lost a fair bit of time in that. And I think he's currently last of the guys that are still running. And disappointed a little bit to see Scott second to last of the guys that are running. He's obviously maybe not suited into this track too well. I think it's probably the first time he's driven the track.
Yeah, I can hear him now. Bloody worst $11 I ever bloody spent. I'm giving up sim racing. Grabs his sim, throws it off the balcony. Yeah.
Incident with car
Oh, Craig Mason, bit
Oh,
more drama.
yeah, so he's been back on track. And
car 70. Carry on.
what's happened with Craig here? Oh, just too much curve and loops it.
Yeah. Obviously, not a V8 supercar driver. Alright, back to life. We can hassle Craig a little bit because he was part of our admin team, but our super geek, so need anything, need help in the background. He's knows iRacing, knows what's the live timing stuff he's using? Yeah, SDK.
Right
yeah,
side on the
knows
straight
the stuff, so yeah.
Yeah, he certainly knows his stuff, but I understand he
To a
couldn't
point
get
where he gets frustrated with us because
I understand though he couldn't figure out how to
Right,
help
Bruce.
Steve get his triple monitors working,
Hey,
so
mate.
that's why unfortunately our weekly sponsor can't be with us today. He's just got
It's right
new
on your
triple
right.
monitors and hasn't been able to get them working, so hopefully you can get that sorted out, Steve, and join us for the remainder of the race week.
yeah, and I certainly hope you're enjoying our live stream tonight, Steve. Yeah, certainly love your work, love you as a team member at Supercars NZ. You're awesome. All right, numbers. Lap 9. What are we? 15 laps.
Yeah, 15 lap race as Wade Michael just had a look on Tony Lynch there. Tony was able to just keep it, give him just enough room to avoid contact, and they're going side by side now. This is a tricky spot to go side by side, and Tony just sort of backing out of it there, but keeps the nose in here.
Handy inside line.
Yeah, oh, that's awesome racing. Plenty of space given. Heaps of respect between these two guys, and racing side by side for a number of corners now without coming together. That's awesome to see.
Yeah, well,
Was
oh,
Tony has a
locking
bit of a lot.
rears.
And how good was Wade's reaction to that? Seeing that Tony was a little bit out of shape and just delaying the turn and giving them room, making sure he had somewhere to go if he couldn't quite get it pulled up there. That was very heads-up driving by Wade Michael there, so well done.
And that's it in this sim, you've got to keep an eye on everything going on, and it's incredible how aware you need to be when you see somebody locking rears in the background. If you're coming into a corner, it's 9 times out of 10 they will take you out, so he obviously saw that, gave room, and wow, that's cool.
Yeah, that's right, and if you're a member of the iRacing community Facebook page, you probably see a lot of guys posting on there moaning about getting taken out by other people, but it is also about being aware of what other guys are going to do. People do make mistakes, and you just got to be aware of the guys around you and what might happen, and trying to avoid those incidents when things do happen. And that was a great example of that by Wade.
Yeah, definitely, very cool. Perfect channeling, Shane. Well done, man.
So
Yeah.
Bruce,
Did I see Bruce Tannock? Yeah, yeah. Did
yeah,
he?
he is showing went off track. So I did see someone off the track. I wasn't exactly sure who it was, but I saw his name down the order, so that's why I clicked on him. I think he's already a little bit down the order. Oh, he's had a
Oh,
moment
just
there.
straighten it up though.
Yeah, good
Somebody
save
having a
across the
moment in the
grass.
background there.
He,
Is that Ben Miles? Maybe.
yeah, might have been, I think. We know Bruce certainly knows how to hold on to a car,
How
keep
to
it,
get this
yeah,
car back? Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yep.
very good drifter. And I do have Ben Miles crashed on the data, so
He
might be
was
able to
that
see a
in the
little bit of that.
background there, just
Having a look on Scott Pickering, loses the rears, and again, Scott just giving him plenty of space, recognising that he's having a moment, and just giving him enough space to make sure that he doesn't get caught up in that incident as well. That's really good stuff from Scott there.
yeah, and that's how split second it can happen here. So, how's race control doing? You want to jump in the broadcasting lounge, say g'day, eh? Must be pretty bored up there, yawning away, not like us sitting down here having a few whiskies and cigars and yeah, enjoying this race. Oh, James Anderson, pretty close there.
James Anderson, he's got Luke Dilworth just behind him. Half a second behind him.
Just looking at the numbers, the gaps, and trying to find these battles.
Yeah, looks like that gap maybe is stretching out a little bit at the moment. So James maybe stretching that gap. Certainly it's tight enough that if he makes the mistake, Luke's going to be right there. But I think Luke might have just pulled over and saved a little bit of slowdown there because he's dropped back or maybe had a moment off the final chicane there. He was certainly offline coming down the front straight.
How's Shane Van Gisbergen? 19 seconds on Richie Stanaway.
Yet to pit though. Only guy that hasn't taken his
Okay.
pit stop. So wonder if we just stay on with him, we might see him come to the pits there. He'll certainly take a fast repair when he does, get that bonnet replaced on the Binfield Commodore.
Oh, Taylor Mitchell crashed.
Oh, he has too. Let's have a look at that. All by himself here, so he's gone deep under brakes, almost into the back of Dion.
Oh, well, and taking the shortcut in the pits there.
Yeah. If Dion was watching his mirrors there, that would have
Yeah,
would
he
have had
would
the
have been
heart rate up a
panicking.
little bit.
Yeah, that Mitchell logo on the windscreen would have been bigger and bigger and bigger.
Oh,
Yeah.
look at this. Shane Van Gisbergen into the pits. So where's he going to come out relative to this guy who's coming through the last couple of corners now?
How's your gyro? Is that as bad as your
Yeah, it will be, unfortunately.
No, that's fun. Yeah, all good.
And look at that. Richie's already gone past, and here's Shane Van Gisbergen coming out of the pits. And Darren Lobb in for a second time. So let's just bring and of course I can't find it now. This one.
Dropping down the order.
So, that's only going to tell me he's on lap 11, so I'm not sure when he was previously in, but yeah, in for a second stop, so
Yeah,
that's
Darren Lobb.
interesting. I wonder if he had picked up some damage somewhere. I haven't seen any data pop up for him, so interesting.
Yeah, unless he did a Dion DeGraff and
Oh yeah, maybe.
shortchanged himself on a bit of fuel. Yeah.
So Richie Stanaway, 2.9 seconds clear of Shane Van Gisbergen. This could get quite interesting. Shane on fresh tyres. I would think though, with just 3 laps to run at the end of this one, Richie, a class driver himself, probably just got the pace to hold him off, so that gap is coming down fairly steadily, so it'll probably be one to just keep an eye on the gap, but...
Oh, it'll be a good battle. Yeah, Shane will climb on that. Down DeGraff, third spot, he'll be stoked. Hey,
Yeah, absolutely, and looking pretty comfortable there at the moment. Taylor Mitchell just under 2 seconds back as Dion with a little bit of a lock up. So while it's relatively comfortable at the moment, any mistakes from Dion, and if he runs wide and goes off the track, that will be the opportunity for Taylor to come on through and take that spot off him. So he certainly can't relax too much at the moment, and certainly can't afford to make too many mistakes.
yeah, I'll probably scroll down the order now, show these guys off, give them a bit of time, and then we'll jump up the front and watch Richie and Shane bring this home, eh?
Sounds good. So we've seen James Anderson, who's running 5th spot. Luke Dilworth in 6th, Vermilion Esports running around there. So Vermilion. No, sorry, that's not Vermilion Esports. That's Hybrid Racing. Sorry about that. So I'm not too sure what Luke's background is there, but Willie McLean, as I talked about earlier, he was one of the two that dominated the second split a couple of seasons ago, and very clearly proven that he deserves to be in the top split. So good to see him out there doing it in the Repco Commodore. Jason Posse, he's been around for a long time. Diesel D on the side of the car. I believe he's part of the Digital Bogans team.
Yeah, that's the one. Good memory, good memory. Yeah, I don't know if they're still rocking that. I can't quite see their logos, but yeah. Always used to be the Digital Bogans entry. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Oliver Patterson, that's a new name with Vermilion Esports, and
Top 10 Supercars NZ. It's
yeah.
hard to get.
For a second, I thought he had 028 on the windscreen, and I was like, well, that can't be right. That's Sean McNamara's number, but it's 026.
Oh, there we go.
Very close. Darren Lobb down in 10th after that second stop, so he will be looking to come through and improve on that result. Bruce Tannock down in 11th, so he hasn't had the smoothest of races, and actually, as we talk about Bruce,
Don't believe that picked up as a crash.
oh, he's just locked the rears and just come to a stop, so did well to keep it off anything and pointed in the right
showing
direction.
his skills, eh? Look at that!
Yeah.
Wow.
just ripped up the handbrake.
Yeah, no dramas. Yeah. D1 NZ.
So Ryan Cotterill in 12th. Bit of pressure from behind from Heath Parlett. He's formerly part of Relative Sim Racing, and those guys came along initially as a wild card, and then they've sort of been hanging around ever since, now running under the name Skeleton Sim Sports.
Yeah, certainly been in the sim world for a while, and yeah, great bunch of guys, bunch of mad Aussies, absolutely mad Aussies. Good on you.
And another
Awesome.
another one of those mad Aussies not too far behind, Wade Michael in 14th.
Yeah, very cool.
And this guy's a bit of a mad Aussie too, but not part of Skeleton Sim Sports. That's the Aussie invasion way. What are we going to do?
Yeah, I know. Oh, just delete them, Shane. Yeah. No, only good bastards here at SuperCars NZ, and clean racing is our motto. You don't clean race, we'll soon sort that out. So
100%.
yeah,
Tony Lynch.
Yep, Tony Lynch been with us forever as well.
Yeah, another one of the Digital Bogans crew, and again running the Diesel D on the side, so that might be their new branding. We should find out whether that's what we need to refer to them as from now on, I think.
Yeah, chuck us a message, guys, and fill us in. At least we'll see if they watch the stream or not.
That's right.
If we don't get a message from them, they don't watch the stream.
Roger Forbert been around forever as well, and now running with Passion Sim Racing.
Yep.
Aaron Goodrick been around the New Zealand sim racing scene forever, been in and out a little bit with Supercars and Z. Good to see him sticking around a little bit now. Scott Pickering.
Yeah, Rosetown Holden actually. Aaron Goodrick.
Yeah, don't know if we actually call them Rosetown Holden anymore though, because I don't think Holden dealers technically exist anymore, do they?
Oh, okay. Well, we'll just have to do something about that anyway. All right, carry on.
Rosetown Motor Group anyway. Scott Pickering always dedicated in 19.
Yeah,
Hasn't
yeah.
had the smoothest of races, but he's sticking in there, so good on you, Scotty.
Yeah, trade zone on the front.
Oh, as I've missed the finish, Shane Van Gisbergen comes across the line. Oh, and he's... Oh, and I've missed that. I need to find that. Somewhere we've got to have Shane Van Gisbergen's past Richie Stanaway, because he's come across the line in front.
Oh yeah, it's there.
Ah,
Fuck,
here it
nice
is,
battle,
here it
Taylor,
is,
bro.
here it is.
Alright, gotta love it. This is how we get
Good on them.
sidetracked, eh? It's
Bro,
probably
won the
my
lap
fault.
fucking
And I'm
cock.
not even on the right
Oh,
camera.
Richie getting loose, losing the rears. Shane
Nah,
diving
no,
on the
fun.
inside.
And he's on the outside here,
Thanks for
side
being
by
nice,
side
Darren.
racing. But yeah, I think ultimately
Yeah,
those
Shane
fresher
got the
tyres for
inside line.
Shane paying off. Oh, and a bit of a
Oh,
rub! And oh, Richie goes deep. And
Right, well done.
eventually Shane
yeah.
just strolls on
There we
through,
go.
and that's
Yeah, good fun.
as they were coming into the checkered flag. So that's,
Yeah. Perfect
wow.
timing. Yeah, love it. And pulling up together. Well done. Good racing, guys.
I don't think we can expect anything less from Shane, can we? Shane Van Gisbergen takes the win. Richie Stanaway P2, Dion de Graaf rounds out the podium, Taylor Mitchell 4th, James Anderson 5th, Luke Dilworth 6th, Willie McLean 7th, Jason Cossey 8th, Darren Lobb 9th, and Oliver Patterson rounds out the top 10.
Mean. Alright, we'll do a quick sign off and see you all on Thursday. Where Shane will be racing in the GT3. So massive cheers to SDI, Steve Down Interiors, you're a machine. Awesome. Auckland area, you need a serious shop fit out. Give them a call. Look them up. If not, get in contact with us and we'll sort it out. Sparco Gaming by Allports. Allports Gaming. Yeah, massive thanks to you guys. This is huge. We love it. All right, shall we call it?
Yeah, and of course, thanks for iRacing for giving us the platform to go racing on, and thanks to everybody at home for tuning in. We will